Hello? I saw you call me multiple times. Is something wrong?
Is something wrong? While you've been on a carefree vacation, things have been chaotic here.
What? What happened? I can't understand if you just yell at me all of a sudden.
You should know, we're in the middle of a funeral.
A funeral? Is it your dad?
Just come home quickly. Tell Emily who's next to you the same.
What? What are you talking about?
Just come home and regret it, you awful man. I hung up the phone on my terrible husband, Eric, who was probably enjoying a getaway during my father's funeral. I can't wait to see his face when he comes back. I want to send him straight to hell. I'm a 31-year-old housewife. I've been married for 6 years to Eric. We met when I was working as an office lady, and he was in sales at one of our clients. We started dating after he approached me during several business interactions. I was attracted to his confidence and freedom, and we got married. 2 years ago, we were blessed with our daughter, Lily. At Eric's request, I quit my job and became a housewife. Unfortunately, we lived quite a distance from my parents, so they don't get to see their adorable granddaughter often. Lily, who just turned 2, seems to have entered the toddler tantrums phase. She's the perfect example, refusing to do this and that. I'm getting exhausted dealing with Lily, but Eric has completely thrown childcare responsibilities onto me.
I bust my ass working to bring home the bacon, so you handle things at home,
he says. It turns out his attitude is influenced by his high-handed father. Of course, I'll handle most of the housework and childcare, but I want you to help a bit. Lily deserves to spend time with her dad, too.
Do you want to help me with my job? It's not fair if I have to do both. Why do you think you became a housewife?
I couldn't entirely disagree with Eric, so I didn't argue further. Lately, he's been coming home late from work, and sometimes doesn't come home on weekends. We've been arguing more, as I'm tired from dealing with Lily's tantrums, and he's exhausted from work. And then there's another source of stress. My sister Emily, who's 2 years older. Hey, how are you? Sorry, but can you look after the kids this weekend? Again? You pushed them onto me last time. I'm not your personal babysitter. Come on, I took care of you a lot when we were younger. Consider it a thank you. Once in a while is fine, but not multiple times a month. I need a break too. Well, you're a housewife. You'll be fine. Don't complain too much or Eric will get mad. See you this weekend. And so she railroaded me again. I always end up taking care of my 3-year-old nephew, Ken, who is innocent in all this. Emily doesn't seem to be getting along with her husband, and since their divorce last year, she's been raising their child alone. Well, more like I've been raising him half the time, because she often leaves him with me over the weekends. And now it's Friday morning, the day before I have to take care of Emily's child. Though I've gotten used to it, Lily and Ken often fight, as they don't get along well. I was eating breakfast, feeling a bit down, when I asked Eric for some advice. Hey, Emily asked me to watch her kids for 2 days starting tomorrow. Mind taking them somewhere fun? I'm worried Lily and Ken might fight if we just stay home.
Huh? Didn't I tell you? I'm going on a trip with my colleagues from work tomorrow. You're gonna have to handle it on your own.
What? You never mentioned it. You've been all about work, even on your days off. Spend some time with Lily for once.
I told you, it's a work thing. Besides, I've said before that I'm leaving home matters to you. Stop making me repeat myself.
And with that, Eric left for work, visibly irritated. I felt like I was doing all the parenting by myself, and found myself holding back tears. I thought, it's like I'm a single parent. While I was busy with household chores, the doorbell rang. Sorry for the last-minute request, but could you watch the kids starting today? Wow, really? We agreed on tomorrow, Emily. You can't just change plans like that. Plans changed. It's now 3 days instead of 2. You're a stay-at-home mom. You can handle it, right? Emily, the way you're saying that makes it sound like, Eric won't be around this weekend. How'd you know? Well, I've just heard from you that he's usually busy and not home on weekends. I just assumed it would be the same this time. Gotta run. Wait, Emily! Before I could stop her, Emily was gone. Something felt off about what Emily said, but I was too focused on taking care of the kids to think more about it. Luckily, Lily and Ken played nicely without biting. Just when I thought I could get through these 3 days, I got a call from Mom. It's a call from Mom. I answered the phone, thinking it was unusual. Hello, Mom. What's up? Listen carefully. I just got a call from the police. Dad's been in an accident. I'm heading to the hospital now. You should come too. What? Dad's in an accident? Is he okay? Just come as fast as you can. I'll let Emily know. With a growing sense of dread, I quickly got Lily and Ken into the car and headed to the hospital. Upon arrival, Mom led me to where Dad was, and I was shocked. He was unrecognizable, hooked up to multiple tubes. Dad, why? What happened? I understood when I saw Dad. It was a grim situation. I realized why Mom didn't give me details over the phone. She was afraid I'd get into an accident too. The doctor said tonight is critical, but I have faith in Dad, Mom said. Right, I can't let the kids see me break down now. By the way, I couldn't reach Emily. Did she leave her kids with you again? Yes, she pushed me into taking them for 3 days starting today. I wonder what she's up to at a time like this. That's my reckless daughter. She's taking advantage of being a single mom. Oh, I need to call Eric. I completely forgot. Hold on. I dialed Eric's number. Hey, listen carefully. Dad's had an accident. I'm at the hospital now. Could you come home right away? What? How bad is it? Hey, can you come here? I'm not sure about the details yet. I sensed hesitation and concern in Eric's voice, though I didn't disclose that the situation was critical. I was worried he might panic and get into an accident just like Mom did. Oh man, I'm already on vacation. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but my colleagues got the afternoon off, so we left. I'll buy new clothes here. What? Seriously? You could have told me. Just come back. It's not a big deal, right? I've only met your father a few times. Plus, I'm already at the vacation spot. I'll visit him when I come back the day after tomorrow. I couldn't believe what he was saying. Prioritizing his vacation over a family emergency? I had kept the critical condition a secret, as not to worry Eric, and this was the result. I was just more than disappointed. I felt a murderous rage. Just as I was about to tell him how critical the situation was, I heard a faint female voice on the other end of the line. Hey, what are you doing? Let's go. That's when I realized Eric was not on a last-minute trip with a colleague. He was having an affair. I was beyond angry. I was cold. Fine, whatever. I responded and hung up. What was I going to tell Mom? The last thing I wanted to do was bring up Eric's awful behavior at a time like this. I decided to just say that I couldn't reach him. Once I had some peace, I would head to the courthouse to file for divorce. Still no word from Emily either. Where was she? What was she doing? Taking care of the kids, it struck me how Emily and Eric seemed more alike than ever. The next day, Dad passed away peacefully. Mom, who had been holding it together, broke down in tears, and I couldn't help but join her. After hurriedly arranging the funeral, Mom insisted that I take a break. I left the kids at weekend daycare and went to the courthouse to get divorce papers. Still no word from either Eric or Emily. The two of them were eerily similar, but something felt off. Hey, what are you doing? Let's go! The female voice on Eric's phone. I had been focusing on Eric's affair, but the voice was eerily familiar. No way. That's it. Just like Emily. I thought it was impossible, but decided to look up Emily's social media. There it was. Pictures of her looking happy on vacation. One of the photos was of an outside scene. I saw a reflection of Eric in the window. Eric and Emily? You've got to be kidding me. Everything clicked. Emily had left Ken with me to go off and have an affair with Eric. It all made sense now. The way Emily talked like she knew I had been taking care of the kids alone for the past 3 days. After digging through old photos, I found out Eric and Emily's affair had been going on long before her divorce. I thought of something and decided to take immediate action. I kept calling Eric multiple times before the funeral began, but he wouldn't pick up. Well, everything's set on this end, so they can come back whenever. I still haven't told Mom about their affair. This is my revenge. I'll send them both straight to hell. No doubt about it. Finally, after the funeral started, Eric called back.
Hello. I saw you called a few times. What's going on?
What's going on? While you've been off enjoying your vacation, things here have been a nightmare.
Whoa, calm down. How am I supposed to know what you're talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm at a funeral.
A funeral? Is it father-in-law?
Just get back here and tell Emily who's next to you the same.
What's this about?
Come home and find out. You'll regret it, you awful man. They're probably both panicking right now. I wonder what kind of face they'll make when they get back. Despite being at Dad's funeral, I couldn't concentrate at all. And then, 3 hours later, they came back, both of them together. It's like they're confessing to the affair themselves. Oh, how nice, the two of you came back together. Cheating while Dad was in critical condition? Really?
What are you talking about? I just happened to run into Emily. We hurried back, you know.
Right, I just found out too. I'd never have an affair with your husband. I get that you're upset about Dad, but calm down. They seem to have coordinated their lies beforehand, thinking they could fool everyone. They are the ones who make fun of people all the time. If they had just apologized honestly, things might have been different. I showed decisive evidence in front of Mom and them. Photos. So you're still lying, huh? What about this photo from Emily's social media? That's Eric's reflection in the window.
Wait. It is?
Caught red-handed, their faces said it all. And they were speechless. Mom looked visibly strained. What? Emily? You two had this going on? You can't be serious. While Dad was suffering, you were doing this? Emily, I'm cutting all ties with you as of today. The financial support is also over. Never show your face again. Mom said, looking at Emily as if she were filth. Perhaps Mom had her suspicions about Emily seeing someone else. But she never would have imagined it would be my husband. That can't be! Stunned and collapsing, Emily finds comfort in Eric's embrace. I'm divorcing you, Eric. No question about it. Expect to hear from my lawyer about alimony and divorce settlements. And Emily, you're not off the hook either. You'll also be hearing from my attorney.
Wait, hold on. Divorce settlements? We have young children. This was just a spur-of-the-moment mistake. Can't you forgive us?
I promise this was a one-time thing. We won't cheat again or dump the kids on someone else. Please give us another chance. Are you kidding me? I have children too. What I can't forgive is that both of you knew about my father's accident and still prioritized your affair. I can't forgive someone so heartless. And just like that, without paying any attention to my sobbing, I made Eric write up the divorce papers. The divorce was settled. Also, I knew that this wasn't their first offense. They've been having an affair even before Emily's divorce. I chose not to bring it up here. I didn't want to tarnish my dad's funeral any more than it already was. So I'm done here. Now, get lost. With those words, the two of them slinked away, attracting icy stares from everyone around. 2 weeks after my dad's funeral, I let Emily's ex-husband know about the affair. Furious, he said he would demand alimony and reconsider custody through his lawyer. As for Ken, who was blameless, and had helped out numerous times, I was relieved to know he was innocent. Emily will have a tough time. She's facing alimony demands from both me and her ex, and she can't count on my mom's help anymore. She's been cheating while shoving her childcare responsibilities onto others. She had it coming. As for my ex-husband Eric, I've already informed his workplace about the affair. Now he's doing his job amidst cold stares from colleagues. Eric, whose life revolved only around work and affairs, will probably work even harder now to pay for alimony and child support. As for me, I'm currently living a happy life with Lily and Mom. I don't have plans to remarry yet, but it would be nice to meet someone who truly values me and my family.